Hey everybody, it's Allie from Padfoot Palms. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some different tips and tricks to save you money when breeding dogs. So let's just get right into it. Starting off with tip number 1. So if you have ever used Chewy.com, or if you haven't, I highly recommend them because you will find that quite often there are a lot of really great toys that go on clearance. And when I mean clearance, I mean $2 or $3 for a really fantastic toy that if you had purchased it in a store would, be much, much more expensive. These are great to include in puppy kits. I just recently purchased this one for my standard poodle puppy, Velocity. And I went ahead and got 2 of them just because I know that she has a tendency to be rough on toys. I have a lot of dogs. So this is a really great way to get cheap toys for your puppy kits. They have small toys, big toys, stuffed toys. They've got everything. So always be looking for that deal. Like I said, Chewy.com is great for that. So my next recommendation is to buy chews in bulk. So this is a 25 pack of bully sticks. And these are the tendon variety, so they're hollow in the center. If you didn't know, bully sticks come in 2 varieties. One is very thick in the center, and it tends to be a little bit smellier. And then the other is like this, that's the hollowed out version. So usually a pack like this is going to be ridiculously expensive, right, for 25 sticks. I got this for $15. Again, it was Chewy.com. It was on sale. So what I would recommend is that you have money set aside so that when things like this go on sale, you can buy 3, 4, 5 packs and then have them to last you quite some time. And that would be true of any kind of chew. I'm just using this one as an example because that's what I got in my most recent shipment. Another tip is to consider using a food as a treat. So these are a really great option. This is actually a complete food. You can get this from PetSmart, from the Only Natural Pet website directly, which they often run sales. Also, you can get it from Chewy, and Chewy had it on sale, so I got a couple of bags of this. These are great because, as you can see, there are these pieces that are very, very easy to break. It's a jerky style food, so it's fairly soft. This is great for puppies, first starting out on a solid food. It's also great to use as treats. So don't be afraid to think outside of the box when you're looking for treat options for your dogs. You can save a lot of money. As you can see, this is 2 pounds worth of food. I mean, think about how much you pay for treats and how much it would cost you to get 2 pounds worth of treats. Next up, I want to talk about dog beds for puppies to put into puppy kits, beds in general. So for small breed dogs, it is very easy to find this style of bed. These are great for puppies because it's really hard for them to tear them up, and it's very easy for someone to just throw it into the washing machine to sanitize it and get it clean should a puppy have an accident. So these are great both for puppy kits and for the pen that you're keeping your puppies to get them used to sleeping in a bed. So this is a great option. Again, Chewy.com had these on sale. These are, let me turn it around for you here. These are the 18-inch, so they fit in the small size crate, and they were on sale for $5 a piece. So as you can see, I purchased a bunch of them so that we would have some for puppies, have some for our dogs to go in their pens, have some for puppy kits, So buying in bulk can really save you a lot of money down the road. The other thing that you want to consider is that puppies have a tendency to tear things up. So you don't want to be spending $20, $30 on a really nice puppy bed, right? Because then they're inevitably going to have diarrhea or throw up or tear it up, so it doesn't make any sense to spend a lot of money on a nice bed in the beginning when you have a puppy. So just something to keep in mind. Some other great resources for dog beds are Walmart. They have one version that is, I think it's $5 and some change. I'll have to post a picture of it if I can find it online. That's a good option. If you have a store called Five Below near you, they also carry dog beds of various sizes. Those are a great option. I'm not sure what kind of stuffing they use in those, but the dogs really like to tear those up. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's move on to our next tip. So next up, we've got puppy pads, and you'll see here that I have a variety that I keep on hand. These are reusable puppy pads, so they have a waterproof lining on the back and then an absorbent layer on the top. This specific style is quilted. This specific style is actually a hospital bed. So these are used by hospitals for patients. And then once they've been used a certain number of times, right, they go through an industrial wash and then they are resold. So you can get these for super cheap, or you could get the materials and sew them yourself if you are so inclined. So these are a great option, and you can save a lot of money by getting these hospital beds rather than purchasing pads that are specifically made for puppies, if that makes sense. So great way to save money. If you can find these in bulk, I like to purchase them on eBay. I got a box of 50 of them. I think it came out to be about $3 per pad, which is the cheapest I've ever found. So don't forget to look on eBay for stuff like this. You can save yourself a lot of money. Next up is the disposable puppy pad. This is great. They're very easy to pick up and clean up. So a couple of tips here. This is the Great Dane puppy pad, and I've got a box of them that just came in for my replenishment order, actually. So as you can see, they are 36 by 36, and they come in a case of 150. These are from Walmart. You have to order them online. They don't actually carry them in the store. The reason why I have such a large puppy pad, but I breed such small dogs, is because it covers more area. So you can use one pad in the place of what you would use 3 or possibly even 4 of the much smaller, 18 by 18 pads. So in your puppy pen, this can save you a lot of money where you can use just one big pad. The other tip is these big pads, it's very, very convenient and easy to be able to slip the corner, right? This area here that doesn't have absorbent layer. You can put that underneath your pen so it holds the pad in place. This also discourages puppies from chewing the puppy pads. It's not 100%, but it definitely helps. So just keep in mind, if you're having an issue with your puppies chewing up their pads, that getting a bigger pad and then putting it in such a way so that the pen holds it down on either end can help discourage them from chewing it. Okay, next up, we've got some items for your breeding females. So I'm sure that many of you are familiar with these disposable diapers that you can purchase from Walmart, you can purchase from PetSmart, all pet stores really carry them. These are expensive. And it can be challenging depending on your female to get the right fit. So this is a pack that came with 12 diapers. It was actually given to me, and I just don't reach for them. They don't stay on very well. I'm not a huge fan of these. So just keep that in mind. They're expensive and they don't work great. What does work great are the washable diaper cover-ups that you can purchase. Now, this is where they get you. So the whole idea of the cover-up is that you purchase the disposable diaper, again, money out of your pocket, then you purchase the cover-up and you use it to then cover the diaper and keep it on the dog. Okay, well, guess what? There's an easier way to do it. So if you take a look here at this cover-up, you can see that I have just a super cheap from the Family Dollar maxi pad, no wings. And what you do is you cut the maxi pad to then fit into the cover-up and put that on your dog. So instead of purchasing these and this, which these are very expensive, they're like $20 a piece, all you need is to purchase a couple of these that you can wash, and then super cheap maxi pads without wings. No scented, no nothing crazy, just small, short, cheap pads. And then you can put them in there and use them for your dog. Since we have small breed dogs, I can take this maxi pad and cut it in half and get 2 uses out of it. If you have a larger dog, you may need to use the full pad. It just depends on the size of your dog. So the other reason why I have this tag here is because these cover-ups, because most people don't know about this trick, they don't sell very well. So usually about once a year, they will go on super duper clearance. And as you can see, I paid $2.07 for this one. Let me tell you that I purchased every single one that they had. They also have these for male dog wraps, so keep that in mind. You can use the same process to then put the pad into the wrap. I have a video on belly bands if you want to check that out. But always, always look for that discount because that can save you a lot of money. Next up, when looking at purchasing items in bulk, you want to make sure that you're getting the best possible deal, especially if you are transitioning your puppies to a case of wet puppy food. So the reason why I like the Halo grain-free puppy food is because it doesn't have all those garbage ingredients. It doesn't have the carrageenan, right? It's just a really straightforward, easy for them to digest food. They use agar-agar as a thickener instead of carrageenan. So this is a really great option. Now, I'm gonna tell you just a quick little story about this. I have always purchased this from PetSmart by the case, never had a problem. In my last purchase, I came back, was ready to purchase a case, and all of a sudden, my store said, hey, we're not selling enough of this, we're not gonna carry it anymore. And I was really in a pickle because trying to purchase this online, it was almost twice the price. And you know, that doesn't do anything good for my budget. So always buy as much as you can, just in case something like that happens. If you can get a case or two, have them on hand, that's great. You can always check out the, I'm sure it's here somewhere. Hey, here we go. You can check out the expiration date, and as you can see, it's got a long shelf life. So just something to keep in mind when you are purchasing specifically canned food for puppies. And if you want more information about other puppy foods that I recommend or problematic ingredients that you should be looking for in your puppy and dog foods, make sure that you join our Facebook group, the Pad Foot Palms Facebook group. There is a huge list of problematic ingredients, recommended foods. They've all been reviewed by me. I'm a canine nutritionist. And that way you can really make sure that what you're getting your dogs and your puppies is a quality food. So just a little food for thought for you. Next up is medications from your vet. So there are quite a few things that you can get from your vet, like dewormers, things like that. This medication specifically is an anti-diarrheal, which of course, you always want to make sure you're giving your dog any kind of medication that you know what the problem was. So if you are in doubt, then of course, absolutely take your dog to a vet. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. But if you have extra medication left over, always make sure you check the expiration date and make sure that you keep it, because summertime specifically is one of those times of year where dogs go out, they drink out of the rain puddle, the next thing you know, they've got diarrhea, and you're able to pinpoint exactly what caused it. So especially with small dogs or potentially thinner dogs, like say a Whippet or an Italian Greyhound, they can get dehydrated very quickly when they have diarrhea. So having extra medication on hand can really save you a lot of money in the long run, because it can save you from having to go to the vet, again, if you know what the cause is. Next up, I want to talk about paper towels. And I know this seems super exciting, so I'll keep it quick for you. You will want to buy the cheapest of the cheap paper towels for your whelping area. And the reason why I say that is because you go through a lot of paper towels when you're cleaning, and sometimes you just have a little mess to clean up, right? If you can get to the whelping box in time to be able to, pick up some little poops or whatever, sometimes it's just easier to have one of these adjustable sizes paper towels, but just get the cheap ones, because some of these paper product prices are just ridiculous. So for upstairs in your kitchen, of course, you're going to want something that's got a little more of a thicker ply to it. But as far as, cleaning up for dogs, for whelping areas, save the money, get some cheap paper towels. A quick side note, you do not want to go with cheap cleaners to go with those paper towels, but the whole cleaners thing is going to be another video. So a little side note there. Okay, next up, we've got Airline approved puppy carriers. So these are great, especially if you're going to be including them in your puppy kit, or if you have a flight nanny that's going to be taking one of your puppies to a destination that is far away from you, or if you, in fact, are going to be delivering your puppy. So this flight carrier is from Walmart. I've shown this in quite a few of my videos. It's 20 bucks. It's fantastic. It's super easy to clean. It comes with a really nice Sherpa covered base in the bottom there. So it's really nice for puppies and they can get a good grip. You'll see this loop hanging down is so that you can attach it to a collar or a harness on the puppy. I don't find that it's necessary, but it is there in case you need it. And one thing that I love about this is that it has this stabilization wire running all the way through on both sides. So you can put this under the seat in front of you in the airplane, and you don't have to worry about, accidentally squishing your little puppy on the inside. These are fantastic. Because these are so small, it's hard to use them for anything other than puppies. But if you had a small adult dog, this would also be a good option. This is great to carry puppies to the vet. If you've just got, maybe 2 or 3, again, small puppies that you can carry to the vet, this is a good option. This mesh is also a really good quality. I don't know if you can see that. I was just going to say that this mesh is a very good quality. It's a thick mesh. It is not a thin, flimsy mesh, which is really nice. So even little puppy teeth and puppy nails are no match for this high quality mesh. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to throw out is that there is a seatbelt hole there, so that you can use this in the car. Really, Aster? Really? Okay, well, apparently my dogs are just gonna start barking now. So we had a chance to go through everything. If you have any tips or tricks, make sure you leave them in the comments below. It's great that we're able to share information and help each other. And I find that one of the ways that you can really offset your costs as a breeder is just being frugal with your supplies. There are some areas where, you really can't save any money, like, with vet work and stuff like that. But by being smart and purchasing in bulk, purchasing in advance, all of the tips and tricks that we went through, you can really save yourself some money long term. So think outside the box. If you haven't already, give us a really big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe, because we're going to have a lot more videos like this. Make sure you check out my breeding playlist. And as always, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, join the Facebook group. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.